Shooby-doo-wop, ba-doo-wop, I wanna love you. Shooby-doo-wop, computer love. Ha. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, another wonderful episode of NERDSoul, Hip Hop Geek, bringing it together for on screen. That's right. If it's TV, movies, we can talk about it here. And we gonna be talking about them gods. That's right. The new gods, the old gods, they beefing, they got problems, lying behind each other's back, killing each other, all kinds of stuff. And a cool show called American Gods. Now, before we get started off, I want everybody to know if you're going to be in the SoCal area and you're going to WonderCon, your boy NERDSoul, will be there. Holla at me. I'll be there all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, hanging with y'all, having a good time. So if you want to see your boy, you want to get on the show, want to chill out, talk comics, all that good stuff, holla at me. Now, let's get that out of the way because we got a show to get to. And I already know what we want to talk about. I know what we want to talk about. That's after the break. We got some real stuff to get to, like the train. At the end of the last episode, we saw that, kind of Mr. Wednesday, Odin already knew where, your boy was, what was going on with Shadow, and he had set it up to be able to take care of him and, free him from his bondage. But he did it in a way where he could get Betty in a resurrection mode to be his true trusty steed, if you will. And in that calamity of the train, even now, Shadow has to be like, okay, hold up. A train derailed, and I'm chilling like I'm Bruce Willis up in this joint. Something gotta be special. Something gotta be different about me. You know what I'm saying? Something's gotta be really different. And even with that said, of course, your boy, man, Sweeney was up in that piece. Laura was up in there, he's picking up her little body parts. And honestly, you can see where Laura's kind of mad about it because she feels like she did all this work and now she's just laying in shambles. But we don't like you though, so I don't really care. And saying that I don't care means that I really don't care where you are, how you end up, where you end up with this whole storyline, because you did wrong. You did super wrong. So wrong that NERDSoul Light was like, yeah, man, you're wrong. You should be ashamed of yourself. So with that to the side, we get a good conversation between Mr. Wednesday and Sweeney talk about his faith in Shadow. And we're getting these small little tidbits and these morsels of story letting us know that Shadow is more than he is. And now that I know that I'm barking up the right tree, it's just good to now see that we're getting some pieces of story where I think we're going to find out, we're going to get the reveal of who Shadow is by the end of the season. So I'm happy about that because the season's moving pretty fast. This is episode 3. There ain't but 8 episodes. Technically, next episode would be like the mid-season finale. So, guys, look, we on a roll and we on a roll super duper fast. Now, with that said, how do you feel about Laura right now? Are you starting to have a little heart for her? Are you feeling a little bad? Or is it similar to the conversation that she had with Odin later on, where you're like, yo, you don't really care about Shadow like that. You in it for yourself. But forget all that. We got some stuff I want to talk about with Ibis. I like Ibis as a character. I liked him in season 1. I like him now. Just his introduction in the first season and his continued, appearances now. It shows the kind of God he is or kind of God he was. He was kind of like, yo, I'm Bennett, I ain't in it. But, I'm here to kind of just make sure I write everything down. I keep the historical record, but I ain't here to beef with nobody because I don't care like that. Y'all Norse guys and stuff, y'all New American guys, I'm from Egypt, player. I don't do none of that. Now, on the other side, we got a little trouble in paradise. And what I mean by that is, look at Mr. World and Tech Boy right now. They are not vibing, son. They are not vibing over Argus. I wonder if this could become a thing where Tech Boy thinks that maybe Mr. World is a little too old. You know what I'm saying? See, he gonna try to take his eye out. You know what I'm saying? He giving us all kinds of predictions. You know what I'm saying? Look at it that way. Maybe Tech Boy will start to feel like, you know what? Mr. World a little outdated. You know what? I ain't feeling the way he talked to me, the way he treat me. You know what? It's about time for him to be done. So maybe we could have kind of like this three-headed monster to deal with this. We could have Odin's camp, Mr. World's camp, and then Tech Boy slide off and do his own thing. Who knows? I don't know. You know, I haven't read the book. I'm just saying I saw some trouble in paradise. But with that said, we also got new media. And we'll talk about new media a little later, trust me. But for now, I just had the kind of similar reaction that Tech Boy's like, so this is it? This is an upgrade? But slide that. Before the break, I want to talk about Mad Sweeney and his luck or lack thereof. Straight up, I want, maybe not a whole show, but I would love to get some nice little webisodes of Sweeney and his non-luckedness, because this episode had me crying. Yo, dude can't win without that coin, son. Please, Laura, just give him the coin back. The boy need his luck. Like at every turn, the fire, the car, the bus ride with the Jesus Christ like performers, the rock band for Christians or whatever. Hilarious, had me crying. And Sweeney is a character that I went from being like, man, I don't know you like that, to a guy that's like, you know what? I'll let you stay around. I kind of like you. Also, I like his beef with Odin. Like he's sticking around Odin, but him and Odin don't really vibe like that. So I want to see how that plays out too. Now, we got some other stuff. Of course, computer love to get to after the break. But first, Cure Brand's gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check that link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. Once you find something you like, of course, cop it. Now, real quick, because I know you want to talk about computer love. I do too. See, you ain't the only one. But let's talk about Salim and the Jinn. I like using Salim as a way for us to experience this crazy world of the gods. Because, of course, he's brand new, stepping in sort of like we are. You know what I'm saying? We've been here 2 seasons. He's been here like kind of like a half a season or something. So we're kind of experiencing the life through him. And, you know, of course, we got Jin going to get Gungnir and all that. And dealing with Iktomi and the whole like strip club vibe and him in the back and this whole kind of cloak and dagger deal. And then also being like, yo, remember who your friends are. You know what I'm saying? Remember who gave you this. Remember who held you down. Because I could have worked with Mr. World, but I didn't. I hooked you up. So I like these backdoor dealings with both sides, because I think it lends more to the lore of their relationships that, you know, we don't have to be, I guess, spelled out, but they do give us an opportunity to say, oh, okay, so back then there must have been something big, or back then there must have been a greater relationship. Like when Jin speaks Arabic to Iktomi. Like those situations where they could have had a whole discussion, I guess, in Arabic, but they didn't. And, you know, kind of like those reasons why and stuff like that. I think those are some great moments or great, you know, I guess, examples of deeper character relationships that we're getting pieces of. Like, you know, parts of, you know, tips of the iceberg on, oh, there's something deeper here. There's something longer, something more there that I really enjoy. Now, on Salim's side, I got to say to you, Salim, yo, man, you played it cool. You played it cool. I was thinking that you was going to wig out or something or be tripping, but you made me proud. Thank you, Salim. You know what I'm saying? You went in there, you kept your mouth shut. You didn't keep your mouth shut the whole time, but you kind of kept it cool. You know, you weren't in there tripping. You wasn't acting like you ain't had no sense. You know, you let the Jinn lead. You know, you up in there with guys and stuff. You ain't trying to get killed. You know what I'm saying? You just kept it low. And you know what I'm saying? You kept it moving. So you know what? You got points. All right? You got points right here. And big question to you guys. What do you think will happen with Salim by the end of the season? Do you think he'll become kind of like the top, I guess, the top believer for this Jinn? What do you think he ends up? Because it's hard for me to figure where his storylines ends in this. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just a guy that's in a relationship. I mean, not even really in a relationship. He's kind of like this guy that is sort of with this other guy. And it kind of makes me wonder, is it a situation where he might get tired of him later on and want to discard him, or maybe they'll fall deeper in love with each other? You know, it's just hard for me to try to figure out where his place is in this world. Similar to like Laura, it's like, yo, I'm trying to figure out where you fit in this, because you seem like an outlier that doesn't have really long to go, because I think Shadow's story arc is set on higher heights. But slide that out the way, because we here to talk about the Eye of Argus. And I really like the storyline that we get with him about, you know, the surveillance and people always keeping an eye on stuff and watching things and always, you know, being able to, you know, peer behind things and know the truth because you've seen everything, you've observed everything. I like that, you know, we still take small bits of time to explain this stuff, because there's, you know, as many guys of, you know, we've read about in school or whatever, we don't know every single one, and getting small tidbits here and there is kind of cool. So I'm a table him, you know, Argus, table that. Let's talk about Shadow this episode, which, Shadow, you kind of hurt my feelings, man. You hurt my feelings. The lady that you tried to trick with the $10 bill, I thought you were above that, man. I thought you were above that, and you kind of hurt me. You kind of hurt me. I thought you were above that, man. I thought you were past that. You kind of hurt my feelings, man, especially after seeing the way you was raised. Your mama didn't raise you like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. Now, that to the side, let's talk about SBC. You know what I'm saying? Your girl riding him around, taking him to Cairo, not Cairo. You know, do you think we're going to see her again? Because I do. Because I think she's more than she's putting on. We got way too much of her for her to just disappear and never be seen from again. But with that said, Shadow is at a breaking point, I think, with his relationship with Odin. And of course, we've all seen the previews for next episode, but I think we're in a place right now where Shadow needs more than just, you'll find out when you find out, or just keep on following me just because. Shadow needs some more. And I think he's owed a little bit more due to just being tortured for you. So, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole scene with Argus. You know, new media comes in there. Tech Boy's like, look, we need you to do what we told you to do. You work on technology. I own you. And he like, man, I'll do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up in here with mad eyeballs, all right, and all kinds of wires and cords hanging everywhere, until you find out that them cords is, they went straight to Japanese anime on this joint. And the funny thing is, you know, new media is like, yo, let me talk to him for a second. Let me see if a woman's touch can help him out. And she's like, you know, she come up in and the wires is raising up, and she touched one. I was like, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. And then she was like, we can connect it, and you can see all the people. You can surveil people through me, and while they watching me, you can observe them. And once they connected, I was like, I told you not to do it. And then all I heard was, and that joint went on for a while too. Like Tech Boy, he can front if he want, but Tech Boy was kind of feeling it, because he was in the cut like, what? Because notice he could have been like, hey, stop all that, stop all that. But he ain't do that. He was just like, oh, all right, let me see. And that scene went on for a minute. He was doing a whole lot of observing. That's all I'm saying. Look, there's still a family show, but I'm just saying, Argus was doing a whole bunch of seeing. He was seeing all kinds of new parts. All right. So with that said, on a show that I did not expect to go there with this, but I will say they were as tasteful as you could have been with something like this. Where do you think Argus ends up now in his reincarnated form? And what side do you think he chooses? Also, do you think Tech Boy tells Mr. World about New Media's proposal to Argus, or do you think he keeps it on the low and uses it to kind of like blackmail her? Holla at me, I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk American Gods. This was an episode that opened my eyes. I had to, man. Come on, man. I had to. So until next time, I'm going to tell you to holler at me at ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right. Check me out right there. All my videos on the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that NERDSoul. That's right. There's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, the best way to surveil anyone is through a very, very strong connection. Peace.